Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carolyn. I am the face and creator of Mystical Syrian. Today I'm going to be doing a September energy reading for the collective. We're going to read the energy to expect in September, and that way we're aware of the energies going on so we can move forward with ease and kind of be prepared for the energy that's about to come as well. So yeah, I'm excited to get ready into the fall season. Fall is my favorite season. I know a lot of us love fall. I'm just excited for the cooler weather, and I'm also excited because I'm going to be slowing down a little bit more. I had myself jam-packed this summer full of courses and my development. So I'm ready to just sit back and enjoy the fall season. I have 2 more weeks of my mediumship mastermind course, and then I'm gonna like plan everything out. I'm going to make new goals and figure out what I want to do next. But I definitely think I'm going to be taking a rest. So yeah, so let's get started. I'm going to kind of shuffle these cards here. Okay. So today we're going to be using the Wild Unknown deck. And then we're also going to be using the Energetics of Color. I love that deck. I love working with color, the energy of color. It's one of my favorite decks. All right. What color is coming forward for us to work with in September? Ooh. All right, and then we're going to be using the Moonology deck. If you haven't noticed, I like using a lot of oracle cards. I do like a past, present, future with my tarot cards, and then an energy card, and then I would pull like 4 or 5 oracle cards to kind of dive deeper into the energy that's going on. Ooh. And then we're going to be using the Oracle of the 7 Energies. And then last but not least, we're going to use an animal spirit deck to see what our spirit animal is walking alongside us in the month of September. I love working with animal energy. All right, who wants to come forward? The month of September. All right. Okay, I'm going to turn this camera around here and then we can get started. Okay, so this is not the energy I expected to pop up, and I am very interested to see what Spirit brings us this month for messages. So in the past position, we've got the Star. So being in the past position, I feel like I'm getting the sense that within, I don't know, since maybe a few months to maybe the beginning of January, we've been really in this energy of healing. I feel like there's been a lot of healing. There's been a lot of interactions and instances where we have been working through our healing. There's been a lot of stuff coming up to help us see what needs to be healed and then doing the work, really showing up for ourselves. And I'm getting the sense that now this healing has come to a point where we feel good again. There's a sense of feeling good in your body. You know that you've worked on these things, and there's been a lot that's happened since January. There's been a lot of healing that's been going on, and just take a moment to reflect on all the healing and that you've been doing for yourself since January. I feel like it's been a big part of this year. This year's been a healing journey. I mean, the past 2 years have been wild and crazy, and I feel like this year we've been able to digest what has happened. And I feel like at the beginning of January, we're finally able to be like, okay, this is where I am. It's time to, I almost get the sense that we kind of needed to like re-regulate our what's it called? Like our systems, like our nervous systems, our body. We had to kind of get back into a routine. And I feel like this has kind of come to a point where we feel okay again. We feel good. Like we feel good to like take the next step almost. Like I feel like September is going to be like, I feel like a shift. I feel like things have been like one thing after the other this year. And I feel like September's a time to just take that break and reflect on where we are now and how far we've come. And the energy today in the present is Two of Cups. And I'm feeling this Two of Cups energy has a lot to do with ourselves. This energy, I'm not getting the sense that it has to do with anyone else. It's two parts of us. So I feel like bringing two parts of us together, trying to create balance between the shadow and the light side of ourselves. And the shadow and the light side of ourselves. And yeah, so I feel like I'm getting the sense that, so the word that's coming up for me for September is acceptance. I feel like there's going to be some things that are going to come up for us in this month that it's going to kind of challenge us to see this dark side of ourselves. And Spirit is giving me the message that when these things come up, these kind of darker areas of ourselves, these things we don't like, the things we normally try to avoid, bringing into the light, these things that maybe we're embarrassed of or we don't know how to bring out into the public eye, so to speak. Those things are going to kind of come up within this month. And Spirit's asking us to stop and pause and say, like, in acknowledge it. Don't sweep it under the rug. Don't push it off to the side. Don't feel embarrassed by it. There's a need to face our shadow, some parts of our shadow selves that come up this month. There's a need maybe to do some shadow work around this. So whatever is kind of come up for you this month, maybe do some shadow work on this, and this will help bring more acceptance to this part of yourself. Because there's a need to merge this dark and this light together, because I'm almost getting the sense that because there's the Father of Cups in the future position, and this is such like a watery emotional energy that's going on. I feel that it's like there's a need to kind of like go with the flow and like accept it and like kind of work through it. Like there's still healing energy here. So this healing energy is going through to the Two of Cups and to the Father of Cups. So there's a need to kind of heal these emotional things that we try to like hide. So there's definitely going to be some things coming up for us that we're going to see. So whatever the darkness that comes up, work through that healing, do some shadow work, and bring it in combine it, like alchemize. Bring that cup in, bring the dark cup, bring the light cup, bring them together, create some unity here. And there's a need to flow with acceptance with yourself. So when we do this, when we work on this, we're going to get to this Father of Cups energy. We're going to be able to stand up tall, stand up proud. We're going to feel more balanced within our bodies. I'm getting like we're going to hold our cups up high. Like they're not going to be low anymore. Like our emotions are going to go from low to high. I feel like in a good way. So this acceptance is going to bring our emotional stability up. It's going to bring us more into balance with our body, and it's going to bring a more of a regulation into our nervous system. And this feels really beautiful. So whatever comes up for you in September with this energy, with this darker aspects of ourselves, the things we keep in the dark, our shadows, there's going to be a need to bring in some acceptance and work on that healing. And the energy of September is the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like this month is really, the energy is, so the Seven of Pentacles, the key word for me is contemplation. So like what I said earlier about how September is going to kind of be a month where we are like integrating, we like slow down. It's going to be like contemplation, integration. We're going to slow down and we're going to kind of like review I'm getting the last 7 months. So we're going to be reviewing the last 7 months. I feel like there's going to be some planning involved here. So we're going to be contemplating the planning. So we're going to be thinking about things that we might do next month. But this month is all going to be all about contemplation, like thinking about where we're going to go from here. Kind of, there's a need to slow down this month too, and just kind of just be like, go with the flow and see what comes up. So we've got, for our color card, we've got lime green, and it says blossom. So I feel like this month we're going to kind of silently bloom a little bit. So we're not actually going to be doing anything. We're just kind of sitting in this like contemplation, and this slower energy is going to just let our petals like come to the surface. They're going to bloom slowly and they're going to come out this month. So we're going to like, our energy is really going to bloom. How can I say this the way I'm feeling it? I'm picturing ourselves, like our light energy, and there's just like these petals that are kind of like right before a flower blooms, it's closed up. So I feel like we're kind of closed up right now, and this month is going to give us the opportunity to open our petals. And I feel like it's going to be like kind of quiet. we're just going to kind of like wake up one day and we're going to just see like a new glow within ourselves. Like we're going to feel like we're glowing almost. That's kind of what I'm getting from spirit. I feel like we've been working so hard on ourselves and we haven't taken the time to stop and just pause and allow our petals to just open up. And that's what's going to happen this month. Our petals are going to open up. They're going to finally open up. We're going to like, there's going to be a release. There's going to be a release here. Yeah. I just feel like a shine, like we're going to open up and we're just going to shine. Like we're going to glow. And yeah. And it feels really nice. It feels like she's embracing her blooms. And that's the energy that's going to come up, that's coming up for September. So I look forward to that. We've got the new moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. So what I'm sensing from this card is the aura that the bowl is standing in. I feel like this goes hand in hand with this healing energy. I don't know. It makes me feel like these cards are connected. This is a time to, release anything that, throughout this year that, maybe you've been holding on to and hasn't come to fruition, hasn't done anything. I think it's time to kind of release any expectations around it. Because I think there's something that's going to come through around it that is not what you're expecting, but I feel good about it. So if there was something you were expecting that you've been working on, that you've been trying to get to this year, I feel like this month there's a need to let go of the expectation of what you've been trying to get to, because I feel like that expectation is blocking you from seeing and getting and opening up the energy to get to what's going to come forward with this thing. So yeah, there's prosperity ahead. You just need to let go of whatever this expectation is that you have around this and just kind of go with the flow and let it go this month. Kind of just, keep it in the back of your head. And I feel like there's going to be new energy opening up around it and you're going to kind of go off in a different direction with it. And it's going to be more aligned with you right now and your future. So yeah. So that release that we do on the new moon where we kind of like let go of everything that wasn't working. Yeah, there's a need to let go of that and kind of like bring yourself into a new cycle and let go of the expectation. And there's a lot of earth energy going on in this spread too. I'm getting a lot of earth energy from this lime green, the Taurus energy, the pentacles, even the star. Like I feel like the star, there's some earth energy in there too. All right, so we've got sacred reverence. And I'm going to read from the guidebook with this one because I like to read the guidebook for the 7 energies. Let's see. Number 47. So the energy is thought. So there's a need to kind of, and I get this thought energy too with the 7 of Pentacles because that's contemplation. So I'm getting that energy too. All right, so sacred reverence. So it says key concepts. Offer the truth that spirit is everywhere. Inspiration coming through you is a result of reverence, joyful living, exploring possibilities with curiosity, spiritual passion, manifesting from the starting point of the realm of spirit. Okay, so it says, looking at the world, do you see all of life or only a limited part? When you look at a blade of grass, do you see just a plant? When you encounter a puppy, do you see just an animal? While this categorizing is one way of viewing the world, it is only a fraction of the truth. It isn't enough. Look closer, and you'll observe the luminosity immanent in these living, sentient beings. If you can allow yourself to take in all of the world, including its spirit, then you see the whole. Reverence is an act of deep witnessing, respect and awe. You experience it when you perceive every being and everything, every plant, rock, and tree as sacred and alive. You naturally lean into a state of bliss and harmony in a profound sense of well-being. Whatever your dilemma or question, try to reframe your perspective to acknowledge the spiritual. If everything has value, including your most frustrating challenges, would you still ask your question from the same place? Can you regard the other as sacred, thereby erasing the separation between you? Embracing the perfection of how you came together is real magic, and you are tapping into this unity right now. No matter who or what is in front of you, see that person or thing as luminous and your interaction as holy. Then you will know what to do from the highest good of all. Okay, so I love this because we were talking about bringing together two parts of yourself, and this is saying reverence is a deep act of deep witnessing. So when these shadow aspects come up this month, Spirit is really saying witness them, and witness it from a place of a more spirit place, like spiritual place. So I guess what I'm trying to say, because so when we bring these things together, we're going to find more bliss, more harmony within ourselves, because we're not going to be avoiding it anymore. And I love this. So, and I feel like there's a lot of heart chakra energy here too, with the green, the lime green color, Taurus energy, the Pentacles energy, the heart on the Sacred Reverence card. I feel like there's a need to kind of drop into the heart and come into September and through September through your heart chakra. Kind of work on that heart chakra, do that shadow work that comes up for you. And look at things in their wholeness. See the spirit of all things that you're seeing, kind of like feel into them a little bit more than just seeing what's on the surface. And then we have the octopus is our spirit animal this month. So it's some watery energy there too. Let's see. Where are you in here? All right. Oh, here. Okay. I went right past it. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to show you. So here's the guidebook, and it says, reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and direction. The octopus signifies a wonderfully perceptive mind paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. The octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that's what it means to be close. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries. Be patient and firm. It may be a very old habit to change. So, Spirit is saying, I think there's a need to look at your boundaries this month. If you say yes a lot and you really just want to say no, there's a need to kind of look at that. Actually say no this month. Don't let other people overstep their boundaries with you. Analyze, when someone oversteps a boundary, kind of analyze it. And then I would just come at it at a place from the heart. And this is coming up because there's definitely a need to just say no. Into kind of, I feel like this is kind of related to slowing down too. If you feel pressured to do anything, don't. This month is kind of like slowing down. And the octopus is here to say, like, examine your boundaries, see where your boundaries are. A lot of times we don't know our boundaries are overstepped until they are. So if there's some times this month where your boundaries are kind of overstepped, and just take it as a lesson, and try to hold that up next time if something like that happens. So yeah, so the energy feels really good. The word of the month is acceptance. There's a need to slow down and kind of contemplate and integrate everything that we've been through this up until, from this January up until now, what we've gone through this year. Let yourself just slow down so you have time to really let your petals bloom. Reshift, release any expectations, because something else is going to come through. There needs to be that energy. There needs to be that release for that other energy to come through, and it's going to be good. So once you let go of that expectation and kind of give yourself, I feel like it's going to be a couple weeks till you see this new energy come through around this. But it's going to lead you into a more prosperous direction. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. You can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is Mystical Terrain. You can visit my website if you want a more in-depth reading. I've got a few readings up. They're affordable. They're packed with information. You can visit my website. I've got those on there. And then I will see you in the next video. And thank you for joining me today. I hope you guys have a great month, and I will see you later.